Who is Superboy Prime? If you've been deep into the DC Comics lore, you know that name carries a lot of weight and a lot of destruction. And he's one of the most powerful and feared characters in the multiverse. A character who started as a hero and became one of the most dangerous villains in DC history. Today, welcome to the Loreverse, and we are diving deep into the tragic, terrifying, and fascinating story of Superboy Prime. Now, Superboy Prime, whose real name is Clark Kent, comes from Earth Prime, and it is a universe where superheroes only existed in comic books, much like our own. On his Earth, he was just a normal teenager until the day his powers emerged, revealing that he was the world's Superman. His origin mirrors Superman's, sent from Krypton as a baby, raised by the Kents, living a quiet life until the destruction of his world and the events of Crisis on Infinite Earths pulled him into something much bigger. Now, during Crisis on Infinite Earths in 1985, Superboy Prime fought heroically alongside the multiverse's greatest champions to save existence itself. But Alexander Luthor, Lois Lane of Earth 2, and Superman of Earth 2 went into a paradise dimension, which is a pocket reality outside of time. However, over the years, bitterness began to consume him. He felt forgotten, he felt erased, and denied his destiny as the true Superman. And this resentment festered and turned him from a hopeful hero into a tragic villain. Now, in Infinite Crisis 2005 through 2006, Superboy Prime finally snapped. Believing the new generation of heroes were corrupting the legacy of what superheroes should be, he escaped the Paradise Dimension and wreaked havoc across the DC universe. And one of his infamous moments is he killed multiple members of the Teen Titans, including Panther, Bushido, and Wild Beast. And that happened during his rampage. And his brutal actions shocked the heroes, but his twisted reasoning made him even more terrifying. He thought that he was saving the multiverse by destroying it. And so Superboy Prime isn't just another Superman. He's arguably the most powerful version of Superman to ever be created. So he has the full suite of Kryptonian powers. He has super strength, flight, heat vision, freeze breath. He's invulnerable. He has super speed and a lot more than that. And he's unlike most Kryptonians too, because his powers are enhanced because he comes from a universe where magic and kryptonite have no real effect on him. And he has literally, I'm telling you guys the truth, literally punched through reality. Yes, I'm saying that. His punches cause continuity changes, and that's how DC explains certain retcons over the years. And this makes him not just a physical threat, right, but a meta narrative weapon. He is a character, right, who can literally break the DC universe. He is that OP, y'all. Now, Superboy Prime's story doesn't end though with the Infinite Crisis. He's returned multiple times in Sinestro Corps War, Blackest Night, Brightest Day, and more. And each time, right, he's always in this weird funk of trying to redeem himself and falling into a deeper villainy. And interestingly, in some later stories, like, Dark Knight's Death Metal, he is portrayed as a tragic figure, really someone who wanted to be a hero, but was never given the chance to truly belong. And so, why is he such an iconic guy, right? Why do people love Superboy Prime? Because Superboy Prime isn't just a villain, right? He's really a commentary of fandom himself. He's a character who started out as a fanboy from a world like ours, and then turned bitter, angry, and destructive when the universe didn't go the way he wanted. And writers have used him to really explore like the toxic nostalgia, entitlement, and consequences of trying to fix a story by force because he just wanted to fix it. And I also want to talk about him possibly being in the DCU in the future, right? Because with the DCU under James Gunn, shaping to include, multiversal elements, many fans do wonder if Superboy Prime could ever appear in live action because he is the perfect high stakes villain for a crisis level event. A character that would really challenge not just Superman, but the entire idea of what the multiverse stands for. I've even thought about this thought, like, with, James Gunn doing a big focus on Superman, we're getting Supergirl next year, and then we're getting, this whole Superman saga. Wouldn't it be interesting if you end, this first phase of the DCU with the Superman saga with the Superboy Prime? That'd be crazy. And look, Superboy Prime is a tragic mirror. He's a boy who wanted to be a hero, but he became one of the greatest villains the multiverse has ever seen. And he is proof that even the brightest potential can turn dark when hope turns into resentment. So the question isn't just who is Superboy Prime, it's really what happens when the multiverse's most powerful Superman decides he knows better than destiny itself. Hope you guys enjoyed this video of breaking down Superboy Prime and who he is. Hope you guys read some comics and really get into it because he's a really dope character. But welcome to Loreverse. I'm sorry if you guys hear my child crying. I think he's getting his diaper changed. But please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, and peace out.